Welcome back to DONSLIFE, welcome to the channel. If you've been subscribing for a while, then you know that I've tested just about every CarPlay AI box that OneCarStereo has released. Today we're looking at the most powerful version yet. It's the remedy to your boring and very limited factory infotainment system that came with your vehicle. Introducing the OneCarStereo CarPlay AI Box HE Pro with HDMI Output, which means you can send whatever you're watching and display it on the other screens in your vehicle. Running the Android 13 operating system, it is smaller and more powerful than ever, and we're gonna take a closer look at it. Let's go. Right out of the box, this thing feels premium. You've got a sleek glass top, upgraded ventilation, and some nice usability touches, like the SIM card slot, MicroSD support for a larger card for more storage, and there's also the HDMI output, which with the use of an adapter will connect to regular HDMI cables. It also comes with several ways to connect it to your infotainment system. You can use USB-C to USB-C, you can use USB-C to USB-A, and they also give you an adapter cable that will allow you to connect this device at the same time to one port, just in case you have limited options for connections. The HE Pro comes with 8 GB of RAM, as well as 128 GB of internal storage. And of course you want to keep this connected to the internet, so it does include a slot for a 4G SIM card available from your cellular provider. For this demonstration, we're just going to use the Wi-Fi network of my home, but you could also hotspot your phone if you find that easier. Now before you rush out and buy one, make sure it's compatible with your vehicle. A really easy way to check, make sure CarPlay is turned on your phone's options, hook up the appropriate cable, connect it to your vehicle, and if CarPlay starts, then this unit is also compatible with your vehicle. The reason for that is this little guy right here is communicating with your infotainment system through the CarPlay wired connection. Setup is extremely easy. Just plug it into your factory USB port, the same one that you'd normally use for wired CarPlay, and just give it a few seconds to boot up. Okay, so once you get to your home screen, you can start configuring. I'd go here and set up your internet first. Connect to Wi-Fi, so you can now have internet on the device. Here's where you would connect your phone for Bluetooth connectivity for wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, or making phone calls through the unit. One thing I should mention, you do have to have touchscreen compatibility to make this work. Now when you touch the screen, you'll notice this little dot appears. You can move it anywhere that you want, but when you interface with it, it allows you to go back a screen, home screen, and other functions you may want shortcut access to. Bring it up again just by touching the screen. There it is. And again, I can move it wherever I want. I'll use it to go to my home screen. One thing you probably noticed when I powered it up is it was going crazy with all the rainbow of colors. Well, that's adjustable. So now we can customize what it looks like when it comes to ambient lighting. So instead of this rainbow, maybe I just want to go one solid color, and maybe we'll just do that. Now it might be flickering for you just because of the frame rate of the camera that I'm using, but to my eyes, it's just one solid color right now. But we can do other things like breathing. You can see it's a bit of a pulsing effect, gradation. And again, we can change the colors and make it match the mood of whatever our ambient lighting in our vehicle may be. I've kind of got the aqua color right there in this Escalade, so I could bring it over here. Maybe we'll pick breathe in this case, and now it kind of matches. Now, of course, we have access to many different functions. We have some apps that are just shortcutted here, but we can also bring up all the apps similar to CarPlay, just like this. And you can see there's way more options here than you would have with your factory infotainment system. And of course, we have the Google Play Store, so if we want to add applications, we can do that.
This is my 25th wedding anniversary.
Now you also have the ability to do split screen. So let's try that feature right now. So this will allow you to select the different apps that you want and the aspect ratio of each of the apps. So we're going to leave it split right down the middle right now. For the left side, we are going to pick YouTube. And for the right size, we are going to pick Google Maps. I'm going to hit save. Touch and hold the widget to move it around the home screen. So now we add it to the home screen. Now I can add a shortcut here by finding it in my list right here. And now when I press this, you might recognize that guy there, but now we can watch YouTube on one side or Google Maps here. Now you're probably wondering about the rear screens with the HDMI out. Quite easy, find your HDMI cable, plug in your adapter, and then plug the HDMI cable into the adapter. Now whatever's displayed here should show up on your rear screens. My DV8 spec series front bumper has been solid. It's still one of my favorite upgrades. It's aggressive, it has a clean fitment, and it's completely transformed the front of my truck. Of course, we have Netflix.
The number is 9456-0054-4896-0.
One thing I really like about this newest version is we can do free over-the-air updates. So as long as we're connected to the internet, we can update it right on the fly. We don't have to load the update file to the microSD card and then install it from there. We can do it over the air. Just show you something with the Disney Plus app here.
Over 20 years since we made Freaky Friday. No.
Now while this is playing in the front and sending the signal to the back TVs, it's just sending the signal through the HDMI cable. You don't have any controls here to change what's happening with the main feed. We just get to use these as monitors. So if you want no distractions, you can put on the headphones. Pretty neat though. Definitely a plus for long road trips. Other than just entertainment, there's so much that we can do here. I'll show you a couple more things. This car icon here brings you back to your factory display. Hit CarPlay to go back or Android Auto. Here we are again. Of course, your original shortcuts, if you have them, also can take you back to your original infotainment system. But you can see this is just an extension of what's already here. Of course, being Android, you have lots of flexibility when it comes to adding apps. You don't have to use the Google Play Store. You can use an APK installer, so you can install your own apps that maybe aren't available in the Google Play Store. You can use this as a hands-free phone device. You have a full web browser right here. So you can use Google Chrome just as you would any other internet-enabled device. This could take a lot of time to go through every single app, so I'm not going to do that. Many of these, just a quick check on the Google Play Store, can tell you exactly what they do. You have file explorers, you have media players, you have other streaming apps such as Hulu. Of course, this platform allows you to do some customizing. We could go here and we could set which app boots up automatically whenever we plug this in. Maybe we are huge YouTube fans and we want YouTube to automatically start every time this box is plugged in. So right now I've just enabled YouTube to be the startup app. And just get out here, back to the home screen. I'll just unplug it quick. So now it's off, plug it back in. It will take a few seconds to boot up here. Now as soon as it's done loading everything, YouTube should start automatically. So using it in here is all well and good, but what if I wanted to use it in other vehicles? Well, let me show you just how easy it is. We're going to unplug it. I'm going to shut this vehicle off. We'll walk over to this vehicle. We'll just turn the accessory mode on here. We'll plug it in. It should start up here soon. And now we just wait. Now it's going to restart to calibrate the screen because this screen's a different resolution than the other vehicle. So now it's restarting. And when it's ready, this should illuminate, but it'll probably start automatically. There we go, it's rebooting with the new resolution. It remembers everything and it's set up to use in another vehicle.
If Toyota were to announce for next year...
Now if you're someone who wants the smartest and most versatile CarPlay AI boxes available, well then the HE Pro is tough to beat. Now here on the channel, you see me go as far as replacing screens just to give added functionality. So if you don't want to go through all of that, this is a really good way to go to add most of those features. The HDMI output, the fast performance, the customizability make this a worthy upgrade, and I can fit it in my pocket. But if you want to learn more, I'll leave a link in the video description below. But if you thought this video was helpful, hit that like button, please consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you next time.